Hello, my name is Akio, representing Pumpumposc, and you're rocking with The Views.
Forever, feeling like it's now or never. I want you there, I want you there.
What's your name?
Akio.
Where are you from?
So I'm originally from Trinidad, right now in Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
Now, what is the product that you provide?
I represent a group called Pumpumposc. We're an entertainment company. And what we do a lot of events here in South Florida, a lot of Caribbean-based events. So we do fets, which we call parties in the Caribbean, like Miami Cooler Wet Fet, Miami Bacchanal Juve. These are like big events where we have like 3,000 plus people. Like, it gets crazy. We want to provide people with a way to like have an element of like home back in the Caribbean, and then want to provide that to them here in South Florida.
Now, what age did you come up with this idea?
Alright, so it's actually a funny story. So when I was 16 years old in high school, like I said before, I'm from Trinidad, and so like I love a genre of music called soca, and like carnival is like a really big thing for us. And when I was like 16, we used to go to like some teenage parties and whatnot, but I realized that there was like lacking like that West Indian influence, that West Indian like. So actually, when I was about 16, me and two brethren of mine, we went to this event called International Flag Night here in South Florida, and it was huge. They had Masha Montano performing. They had like all these huge like soca artists, and it was crazy. And then after that, we were in the parking lot, and we saw these guys with these shirts that said Whorehouse Posse. And we were like, yo, we should come with our own group. So we said, all right, cool. So then I said Pumpumposc. So at first we were just like a group of kids, teenagers, 16, 15, 17, running around with these shirts at Carnival, just basically whining on anything that we can, just having a great time. And then I wanted us to elevate it to another level. So I said we should start doing events. And that way it could merge like to the Caribbean aspect for kids in my high school, and then like kids across all high schools in South Florida to have like that experience. So like our parties event, soca, dancehall, reggae, Caribbean elements in events.
So how can your product impact the youth?
Alright, so it can impact the youth in numerous ways. So like everything we do is out of love for our community and for people like of our generation and younger, of course, It impacts the youth because it allows the youth a chance to know like where they came from. Let's say someone's parent is like from Grenada and the other one's, Puerto Rican or something. It's sometimes like when you're in school, like it's maybe like a hard way for you to like find out like where you fit in, and like our events made it cool to be like where you're from. You'd be like, I'm from here and we eat this, and like, so it's like inclusive, like we're all the same but we're all different, and we're all different but we're all the same, we all come from somewhere, like, and even if you're from here, like your parents are from here, like you still like get that like to immerse yourself in different cultures, it's just like knowing like there's a whole wide world out there of like different people, different cultures, different everything. It's cool.
So what makes your product unique from other products?
So what makes us unique is that we're very creative in like what we do. I like to say we were the first to do a lot of things in South Florida. Some people may debate that, some people may not. Besides the creative, but like the energy you get when you come to our events, the way it makes you feel, it's almost pure bliss, and like I've experienced that at very few events in South Florida.
And tell us what motivated you to start a business.
Alright, so what motivated me was really just spreading the culture aspect of it. It started as something that we love to do, and then it developed into a business. By the age of like 20 or 21, I can't remember, but that's when we actually made it into an LLC and started doing like a lot of community projects as well, like some drives for like kids for like Christmas time. Like we really tried to tackle all aspects of not just entertainment but community building as well.
And when did you start to see progress and realize this is what you wanted to do?
It wasn't a success story overnight. I mean, we definitely had like our ups and downs during events. Our first event we had like maybe 150 people, and at the time that was a lot because we were still in high school. But then first we started doing like monthly events, and we said maybe we should do weekly events, and like it was just really just finding our ground and like finding like what works for us. Everything's not for everybody, different things work for different people, and we just had to find our rhythm. There's been time where we lost thousands of dollars, and it's just like after we found our rhythm, we found a way to make the business profitable for us and also a way for people to enjoy it. I would say maybe like 3 years in, honestly, is when we first started like making profit off of the business.
And what did your guardians think about this idea?
At first, they thought it was funny. Now I look back at it, my parents have always been supportive. I told them like this is what I wanted to do. They never really fought me down on it. There have been times like when leading up to an event where like I'm really stressed and my mom would be like, why do you keep on doing this? You know, if it keeps stressing you out. That's just my mom looking out for me, but I know like at all the events, my mom's the one at the door. You know, when we first were starting out and I needed like a little loan to begin, my grandpa was the one that gave me that. You know, like, so it's just like, it always been supportive. Always been supportive.
And what's one word to describe your product?
One word? I would just say fun. I'll just say fun, you know, like, I mean, once you're having fun doing what you're doing and like seeing people have fun, like I like seeing people have fun. Like I like people say, yo, that was like the best party ever, having a good time. Like giving people a chance to create memories that they're gonna remember for the rest of their life. Like that is a beautiful thing. So maybe memorable, fun, but you get the drift, yeah.
So what was the hardest part in pursuing your goal?
I would definitely say managing that in school, because like right after high school, in college is when like our events started to like really pick up, and like managing both was tough, man. I mean, we used to like stay up until like 3-4 o'clock in the morning handing out flyers to people, you know, at all different parties like throughout the week. Wednesday we was out, Thursday we was out, Friday we was out, Saturday we was out, Sunday we was out, and then like managing that and school was like really tough, you know. But looking back, I wouldn't change it. I wouldn't change it, bro. Like it was worth it.
And how can we reach you?
So you can follow the page, Pumpumposc at Pumpumposc Instagram. And then to reach me, you can follow me at The Father, TheFatha. Yeah, I have all the events on my page as well, you know. And yeah, follow the Pumpumposc page too. Follow both.